When Jakey Lee joined Ozzy Osbourne in 1982, he walked into chaos. Ozzy had just lost Randy Rhoads, one of the most revered guitarists in rock history, and the pressure to replace him was brutal. Fans didn't want a new guitarist. They wanted the impossible, someone who could honor Randy's legacy without copying it. Jakey Lee didn't try to be Randy. He came in colder, sharper, and more aggressive. And Bark at the Moon became the moment the world realized that Ozzy wasn't living in the past. He was entering a darker and more dangerous era. Jakey Lee was writing under enormous pressure. Ozzy needed a statement song. The label needed a hit. Fans needed reassurance, and Jake needed to prove he belonged. And Bark at the Moon was born. It wasn't written as a technical showcase. It was written as a weapon. Right, this was my very first concert. I was 14 when I went to go see Ozzy Osbourne at the Fresno Selland Arena in California. Of course, Motley Crue had just gotten off the tour by that time, so I got to see a very young Rough Cut. But man, seeing Jakey Lee for the first time live, I was familiar with him. I saw him on the US Festival. I didn't get to go to the US Festival, but I watched it on Showtime because back then they had it on cable TV. And right then I knew this guy was my guitar hero. And but seeing him in concert is what made me go home and say, you know what? I got to fucking play guitar. And so I did. I picked up a guitar and I still play guitar. Guitar for life. Ozzy Osbourne for life. Rest in peace, Ozzy. And Jakey Lee, hoping to see more of you in the future because it looks to me like you're coming back. And don't even get me started on the guitar solo for Bark at the Moon. We're going to talk about that in a different video. If I could find the solo isolated, we're going to talk about that solo because to me, Bark at the Moon, the main riff is probably one of the greatest rock metal riffs ever written on the guitar. I mean, it's just, of course the record says all songs written by Ozzy, but we know Ozzy didn't write that riff. But Jakey Lee, he fucking just knocked it out of the park. Like I said, he was under extreme pressure, having to replace an icon like Randy Rhoads, and but he just delivered the goods. And I'm just glad to see that he's back after getting shot back a couple years back. Maybe it was a year and a half ago or so. He got shot while he was walking his dogs. He survived that. And then we saw him play the Back to the Beginning. And I wish he would have done Bark at the Moon at that, but I guess he said he couldn't do it because his hands are still messed up. He's dealing with some arthritis issues and stuff. So, but it was still great to see him on stage and the welcome that he got from the fans. And it sounds to me like he's coming back, man. I think he's gonna put the Red Cartel back together. I think that's the name of his band, right? The Red Cartel or something like that. Oh, Red Dragon Cartel. You call yourself a Jakey Lee fan and you don't even know what his solo band is? Yes. How about Badlands? I got that on cassette still. Bark at the Moon. That's what we're talking about. So kids, get out there and get your copy of Bark at the Moon. Ow!